Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, PrincetonTrader.com, here for NTMarkets.com with your Thursday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, daily chart of the S&P 500 E-mini, and just when you think, that the bulls are gonna break it above, right, and head on up and go test that middle band, 1910 held it in. They put a high in at 1910. They did a 30 handle ramp job right off of the daily pivot to the tick up into the Fed announcement. They pulled it back pre-announcement, and then the tip-off for us in the room before getting a couple of really nice shorts going that I wasn't even really expecting was the inability on the Fed reaction to take out the 1910 high. They came in a tick lower. They came in at 0975. The pre-announcement price was at 1904. It broke below that, printed 96.25, came back up, couldn't take out the pre-announcement price at 04. That finally got us involved on the short side. And then you had the initial breakdown. So that was one. And then the other thing that you saw was, and the reason why, and we talked about this yesterday in the webcast, why I don't like messing around with the Fed before. There's plenty to get after. We like to establish a range. So what was the range yesterday that we established? It was 1909.75 to 1896.25. And what you saw, here's a 5-minute chart. They ramp it to 1910. They pull it back. Here's your Fed announcement. Lower high. They drop it below the pre-announcement price at 04. Okay. They take it back up and they test this 95, 96 area, pause it right here, and then the big move down. So the reality is they moved it up. They tried to break through back into the bottom of that original range. When they couldn't get that done, then that's a signal, at least to us, to go ahead and you can short it again. And at that point we broke through the daily pivot, which had held, and put together a very nice low here right morning. So it was long, short, and short, and then we had a bunch of people get long. I was out of the room, but and we had some people get long down there at the lows, and so I'm a little jealous of them this morning. But at this point, we're not going to be doing much. If it's been a good month for you, it's been a good month for us. There's a couple days left. You got the Fed in the rearview mirror now. My suggestion is reduce your size, control your risk, and, get through the rest of this week. And that means you have to trade half size. Some people can't trade half size. If you can't trade half size, then don't trade at all. But the prevailing theme from yesterday was the bears are still ultimately in control of this tape. Rallies are sells. And until the bulls can get over the daily middle Bollinger Band with authority and convert it to support, rallies are going to continue to be sells. And 1910 back down into the 1860s. That's quite a rally sell. So they walked it up over a number of days. Now they haven't given it all back. Now if you're the bears, you can't linger around here. I don't know what we're doing here. What you need to do is you need to break yesterday's low at 64.5. Then you need to make a run down to that 51 area and break that. Okay. The longer you hang around here at the 9-minute simple moving average, if you start to create over a number of days, if you create that as support, then it will eventually head back up and test that 1910 and try to test that middle band. So, but we learned a lot yesterday, and we learned very little. I mean, it was the same kind of game plan that we saw from last week. We ramp it up, and they take it back down, and then they break whatever the original support area was, which in the case of yesterday was a daily pivot. Okay, everybody have a good one. Follow us on Twitter at Princeton Trader. Check out the website. Come check out the chat room. Come check out the chat room if you trade this stuff. We would love to meet you. There's a great bunch of people in there that are going through their trials in their first couple of months, along with a great bunch of people that have been there for years. And if you trade this stuff every day, don't trade it by yourself. Come check us out and see if we speak to you. I will be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trade 'em well, everybody.